Hey, yo, bad news for Canelo Alvarez. I was born ready. Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe says that Canelo wants no parts of Lions Only JERMALL CHARLO after he just defeats Sergey Derevyanchenko. We're going to talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working Cash App, $Boxingego. Shout out to y'all. Now, I seen this on ESPN. Very interesting topic. Leonard Ellerbe says Canelo doesn't want any parts of JERMALL CHARLO. The quote, JERMALL CHARLO is the best middleweight in the world right now. JERMALL's style is all wrong for Canelo. They would never put him in there with JERMALL CHARLO. I don't think Canelo goes anywhere near JERMALL. He's an animal. Leonard Ellerbe. Speaking of a potential Canelo Charlo fight. Now, this is funny. I've been telling you guys for a while that there's a reason Canelo has not faced a guy like JERMALL CHARLO, either Charlo. And now, not so much JERMALL, because they're in different divisions. But there was a point in time where they were all at 154. Well, technically, Canelo was at Canelo weight of 155, a weight class he made up, you know. But he could have fought him at any of these points in times, yet and still he didn't. I have an interview that I did with Freddie Roach after JERMALL CHARLO versus Brandon Adams, and I'll try to play it after this video. Freddie Roach said he believes JERMALL CHARLO is the best middleweight. And this was before the Derevyanchenko fight. So I haven't talked to Freddie Roach to know his current thoughts, but this is what he said after the Brandon Adams fight that I went and covered for you guys on the channel. And he said that JERMALL is the best middleweight in his eyes. And he was on the opposite corner training Brandon Adams, who later got in Charlo's camp out of a mutual respect, you know, gave him a crafty fight. And I believe they sparred. I don't know, but I seen them together on Charlo's Instagram stories or whatnot. So Charlo's looking like the man. I agree with Leonard Ellerbe. I don't know if they would be in a rush after how Charlo looked devastating versus Derevyanchenko. Very surgical. He's has a great size. He's clearly bigger than Canelo in terms of stature. They both would obviously have to make the contracted middleweight. They both once had the WBC. Currently, JERMALL got the WBC. And I thought he looked great. He looked great versus Sergey Derevyanchenko. Very mature, educated, skillful performance. One of the underrated gems from JERMALL CHARLO versus Sergey Derevyanchenko was JERMALL CHARLO's overall skill set, not just his offense. The offense, we already know what that is, but his defense. I was very impressed with JERMALL CHARLO's defense. Defensively, JERMALL CHARLO showed you that he's a complete fighter. He was using great upper body movement. Sergey Derevyanchenko being the shorter person, sometimes he was like throwing overhands and kind of these weird like herky-jerky movements and almost weird punches that you have to be spot on and really switched on, or you could get caught with one of those types of shots. And, you know, they were whizzing by, and JERMALL CHARLO having great overall movement, positioning, and controlling the real estate. He avoided a lot of those shots. You know, when he's on the ropes, he's catching and shooting and blocking stuff. It was just a masterful performance by JERMALL CHARLO. Now, we all know that Canelo Alvarez is obviously a talented fighter as well. My thing is this: they're both terrific fighters, but Canelo has a great name. We don't know if we've seen almost the best of Canelo. There's rumors that his knee, you know, is not holding up the same, and he's flexed his weight, went to 175. Who knows if he can even comfortably make 160? And then the other issue is this. This is the big one. Stylistically, I'm wondering how Canelo will fare with a guy like JERMALL CHARLO, who's big, athletic, crazy jab. You know, he's not going to just let you bull your way on the inside. Derevyanchenko Derevyanchenko to me has better foot speed than Canelo. Like he's tricky and angles and pivoting, and he you know, he's willing to work and do 2, 3, 4 moves, you know, to try to get on the inside. Kind of like Sean Porter, how Sean Porter be doing his stutter steps and stuff like that. He's willing to work to get on the inside. And Jermall Charlo had an answer. Every time he tried to get close, Jermall Charlo with the jab, controlled everything with the jab. He didn't let him come in the front door. And if he did, it was easily. He gave you something to think about. Canelo has slow feet. So I know he has good upper body movement, but I would be interested to see how Canelo, I was born ready, Alvarez would get in on the inside and get past that Charlo jab with the shorter arms and slower feet. So I agree with Leonard Ellerbe. Stylistically, Charlo would be a handful and a nightmare stylistically to Canelo because his feet are in cement, you know, and if he has knee problems, you know, and he's in there with someone who can, I think Canelo has deceptively fast hands. His hand speed is ba, ba, ba. You know, he has fast hands, but so does Charlo. So he'd be in there with somebody. I think Canelo will have ultimately more problems with an American style, which is why Canelo wants to keep fighting European fighters and British fighters and stuff like that. Because I think his style, guys, if you have a generic British European style, that's more tailor-made. Amir Khan, Rocky Fielding, guys like Liam Smith, Ryan Rose, Matthew Hatton. Canelo has kind of a American style in himself, you know what I'm saying? So he's just proven to be effective. What would give him more problems is someone who fights with that same type of American pizzazz and style, like a Jermall Charlo. But in this package, Jermall Charlo's bigger. He's definitely strong. His jab is authoritative. The Charlo jabs, they stopping people with jabs and dropping people with jabs. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Canelo, he should stop holding the belt hostage at 160 and decide if he's going to keep fighting at 160. If he does, he has a great fight here with Jermall Charlo. Do that in Texas when crowds come back. It's over. That's a great fight. Hopefully we can get it. You know, Canelo's potentially doing a lawsuit. We'll see if he refiles tomorrow. So check back on my channel for the updates. See if he refiles the lawsuit with the corrections and amendments against Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and DAZN. We'll see what Canelo's next move is, but I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I agree with Leonard Ellerbe. I think Charlo has to be the best. Canelo, he's a good fighter. I don't know if he's a permanent resident at 160 anymore. So, you know, it definitely has to be Charlo. Andre's a terrific fighter as well, but I can't rank. I rank Andrade skillfully, but I can't put him where I'm placing Charlo when Charlo's fighting and doing the heavy lifting, fighting guys like Sergey Derevyanchenko. Meanwhile, Eddie Hearn is talking about Andrade Charlo, can't get the fight done. You know, Eddie Hearn at one point says there's nothing left for the Charlos to do but to sign to DAZN. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. You know, he said the Charlos, we got all the money, all the middleweights, all the super middleweights. You won't be able to make no money unless you sign to DAZN. The lie detector test determined that was a lie, because we know Charlo's making money. His house looked like he Bruce Wayne or something, and his pay-per-view was lit. I really enjoyed that card, you know, and he's looking like the man. Now you have Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe saying he's the best middleweight. I mean, it is what it is, bro. So we'll see. Andre is a quality fighter as well, but Lions Only is the A side, clearly, because he's doing the heavier lifting and fighting tricky styles like Dennis Hogan and Brandon Adams, the bigger events, I would say. And then more importantly, more recently, the Derevyanchenko fight. And he dominated, bro. You know, I thought Demetrius Andrade, boxing is a what have you done for me lately sport. His last fight with Lucas Keeler, who I don't rate like I rate Derevyanchenko, especially coming off the Triple G performance. Demetrius Andrade did his thing, got the stoppage, but Demetrius Andrade also didn't look like himself. It looked like he was kind of trying a little bit too hard for the knockout. So that's just my personal taste. But let me know what you guys think. Should Canelo fight Charlo? That is the $1 million question. I love it. I want to see the fight. And Charlo is definitely the best middleweight until otherwise proven. There's a way to disprove what I'm saying and Leonard Ellerbe. Make the fight. Make the fight what Canelo and Charlo. Because that's what people are going to think are the best middleweights. So for me, until otherwise proven, is JERMALL CHARLO is the best based on his performances. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.
For himself, but I'm thinking maybe he might be able to do better at 154, but sometimes I don't like cutting weight so much. So we're going to see how he feels when he starts losing weight and how his body is and how strong he is.
Now you think in the big picture that training to learn from this and be a better fighter, wherever weight class you fight next?
Without a doubt. He learned from this experience. He did. I mean, in the last round, I said, go give me the best 3 minutes of your life. And he's smiling at me. I said, why are you smiling at me? I said, go out and get this guy. And he did, but he was content with his performance, and he knew he was in with a bigger, better guy.
What about the stage that y'all been on? The stage, how much the stage you think helped them grow personally and professionally? So one thing to talk about is this ain't the contender.
This is not the contender. This is a much higher level. Yes, this is not Shane Mosley Jr.
Now you've seen Canelo fight. You've competed against Canelo. The word around town is Canelo moved on just to duck JERMALL CHARLO. How would you see that fight playing out, Jermall versus Canelo?
I think we should beat Canelo. I do like Canelo a lot because I think Canelo can beat Errol Spence. Or no, I say that if those two fight, the winner would be the best fighter in the world, but I don't know who would win. But that would be, I think, a very even, tough fight.
Jermall, you talking about Charlo versus Canelo would be an even, tough fight?
No, Spence and
Charlo. Spence and Charlo?
Spence and Canelo.
Oh, Spence and Canelo. Okay, Spence and Canelo. Got it. I'm tired, Freddie. I'm tired, Freddie.
So basically,
they both can't go to middleweight.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry.
They can't go to middleweight yet. I mean, they still have to go to 54.
Okay, gotcha.
So basically, you're saying Canelo's the best one right now.
Oh, yeah, by far. Yeah, I mean.
You don't think it's close?
Who's out there? Bellevue? A couple of the Russian guys? He might be the best guy out there.
Andre.
Now July 20th.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter. Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.